All right, YouTube. I'm here with brother. What's your name, brother? Larry. Here. Let me see where you at, Larry. Can't see you. There you go, right there. And I'm asking him a couple questions. You've been driving trucks, been owner operator, and etc. for a nice while. And I thought it'd be helpful to get some information from him right here. He was kind enough to give me some of his time to be able to do this interview. So we'll get it started without further ado. All right, brother Larry. There we go. I can see you now.
See you.
First of all, thank you for being able to do the opportunity with me right now, to let the people know what it is with trucking and how you do trucking and the do's and the don'ts. What would you recommend for a person just getting into trucking at this day and age right now, some of the do's and some of the don'ts off the top of your head?
Have patience.
Patience.
Yeah, because everyone tells you get in trucking, you're going to make a bunch of money, you're going to make it fast, and you don't.
Okay.
It's patience. Because remember, we get paid pennies. Everybody forgets to remember that.
Right.
Cents, and you get paid whatever amount of cents per mile, this, that, and other, or loads, what moves you do.
Okay.
Pennies add up, but it takes time for pennies to add up.
Absolutely. The compound effect, right, with pennies. Yeah. So slow motion better than no motion. Take your time, be patient.
That's it.
Okay. And let's say a person been driving for like 10, 12 years. He's experienced. And he stepped away for a minute, so he kind of got out the loop, and he's trying to get back into it. Would you recommend him get back into it, or would you recommend him to go about a different way if he chooses to get back into it?
Guy that's been driving for say 15 years.
Okay.
Needs to take the advantage of what's out here. Meaning we have specialized hauling.
Okay. And specialized hauling, what do you mean by that?
Anywhere from chemicals to heavy hauls.
Okay.
Because it's a lot more time consuming.
Okay.
It's also a lot more money. And guys that are at that 15 year in their careers, they're a little antsy. It's like they're not making the money, or they need to make more money, changes in their life, things like that. So,
okay. So specialized hauling is another option.
I have done everything from end dumps, roll-offs, vac tanks, doubles, triples.
Okay.
And I realized that 15 years, you're a little antsy. You're like, okay, I need to do something else.
Right.
And specialized hauling can be very challenging.
Okay.
And that means you see those guys with like the state troopers and the escorts and all that.
Yeah, I'll be saying them guys.
Yeah, guys like that. Because remember, that back section of that trailer is way back there.
Right.
It can do its own little thing at any given time for those. It takes time for those guys to pull those loads. So 15-year guys, yeah. Look at something a little bit more challenging for them.
Okay, okay. And what made you stick with trucking as long as you have so far?
I'm lazy. I like sitting on my butt. I ain't doing nothing.
That's honest.
What you doing? I'm sitting down. Why? I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting on my butt.
At least you honest, man. So pretty much just okay, you're lazy. So it's a saying about truck drivers that we lazy. We just drive and don't do nothing. But
we just hold the steering wheel.
We just hold the steering wheel. We steering wheel holders. Yeah, that's me. Okay. And so I'm gonna hold on to this interview one. Had to get some paperwork because we all working right now, and this brother took some time out while he's working to do this interview, and I really appreciate it. So, a couple more questions, man. And I ain't gonna hold you hostage, brother. I appreciate the time you're giving me right now, and letting the people know out here. This question come up a lot, you know, on YouTube channels, and actually just out here talking with other drivers. Now, some people frown on this, some people don't. I would like to know your opinion, and it's about the lease to purchase program. You know, some companies have the lease to purchase program, and some people say it's a bad idea to do, and some people say it's a good idea to do. Before you answer though, have you ever done a lease to purchase program before?
Yes.
Okay, was it a good experience or a bad experience, or kind of both ways? It go either way with you.
Well, I'll tell you this here. What I didn't know was I could have had my wife go and purchase a truck for me.
Okay.
She was working. And I could have saved myself a lot of money.
Okay.
Interest and all that type of stuff. So because you're in a situation, you may think, oh, I don't have the credit. So I'll go through a lease purchase program because they give you a truck and I'll drive the next day.
Right.
But if you have okay credit, meaning 650, 680, you can go to these companies out here selling used trucks and buy your truck.
Now with the used company, do they? I know I tried to go into a bigger company myself personally and get a truck on my own before I did the lease purchase myself. And they told me I needed a letter of intent.
Yeah, you have to have a company you're gonna be leased onto first.
Okay, that's what a letter of intent is. You have to have a company or a prospect
Right.
in window that you're going to lease to or possibly lease to when you go into there to buy the.
Absolutely. Other than that, no one's gonna sell your truck.
Otherwise, nobody's going to sell your truck without that letter of intent.
Now, I should say through the proper channel. You can always go buy a truck through a private individual, no questions asked.
Okay.
But if you're going through like an Aero truck, they're gonna need proper paperwork.
Okay.
Everybody else, if you buying a truck from Joe Blow, oh yeah, give me the money, here you go, enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Then that's up to you to get everything else.
When we say everything else, what do you mean?
Your plates, being able to actually move that truck.
Okay.
Because in all actuality, you're not even supposed to move a semi unless it's plated and insured.
Absolutely.
So buying from a private owner, you save a lot of money, but then hopefully you either have the ability or you have to have the ability to move that truck once you start it.
Okay.
So I mean, okay, I bought it. Now, what do I do? Okay, have a company you're in lease onto. So therefore, you can go get plates or get plates through them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than just buying a truck.
Okay. Okay. I definitely respect that, man. I appreciate the honesty. I can tell you're brutally honest right now.
But I guess the question was to say yes or no for the lease program.
Yes.
If you, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend has the credit, they can buy a truck.
Okay.
And you will be working for them because their name's gonna be on the truck.
Right.
Every time you go get a lease somewhere, they're gonna see the owner of the truck, then they're gonna see you, and they're gonna be like, well, we need the owner's signature also.
Okay.
So that's part of the whole trucking thing.
So if you buy a truck through somebody else, you still need the owner to be able to move that truck
That's your
around.
wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is.
Whichever channel you use to do it, you need them, still need them present to be able to.
Because it is their truck.
It is their truck. Okay. Now, I got one more question for you, man. I'm going to conclude the interview. The other question is, now, you've been out here, you said 22 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm pretty sure you heard stories, you've seen stories. And another story that usually comes up is whether somebody should actually get their own authority or versus leasing on to a company. What are some of your ideas, or if anything, about that?
Getting your own authority, and people I don't think they quite understand what that means.
Okay, could you break it down for
Getting
the
your
people?
own authority
Please?
means you cut out the middleman.
Okay.
So you, Joe Blow Trucker, can go straight to Nabisco, Sears, whatever company directly, and say, I can move this amount of tonnage for you, and then they agree upon the price, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Now that's hard.
Right.
Because you're a driver. You're not a salesperson, not a marketer.
Okay.
So that's why most people say, yeah, I get my own authority. Now, some people go and get their own authority and then still will work with like a Landstar.
Okay.
And because you have your own authority, you move when you want to move. They give you somewhat of a better rate, but not as good as if you went directly to the source, that's normal. Everybody got to get a cut of something, right?
Right.
My recommendation, based on what you want to do, if you are just hauling, just say like doing rail stuff,
Okay.
don't get your own authority. Unless you are going to go directly through the brokers who are getting the freight from whatever country, put it in a container.
Okay.
Then you're going to work directly with them? Sure. Get your own authority.
Okay, but don't go on the rail with your own authority, which you leased on to
Right.
somebody else. You're not dealing directly with the brokers who are actually dealing with the direct shipments.
If you want to do direct shipment, meaning they call you from China saying we got a load that's coming over, then yeah.
Okay.
You need your own authority. You have to have your own authority.
Okay.
If you don't want to go through all that headache, lease it to someone else.
Okay. So.
Farmers, cattle, chemicals. Very few chemical guys are gonna companies gonna let you individual person come in, because you're going to deal with hazmat loads. They got to do background checks.
All type of insurance you got to get on that hazmat
Yes, sir.
loads.
So that's one feel I say as far as having your own authority. Don't waste your time. Just go ahead and lease on to someone. Because chemicals, I pull them. I've known companies have accidents, and
Okay.
you will definitely go bankrupt if the slightest thing happens with a hazmat load. Hazmat, I think, is, me personally, is relaxing, because you're only going to one. You know where you're going.
Right.
You know the people when you get there.
Right.
They know you because of what you do.
Right.
I've showed up to companies. Hey, how you doing, Larry? I'm like, I ain't never been here before, but they already got my information.
Right.
So they know. Okay, we know who you are.
So you hauling hazmat.
Right.
A rolling bomb on top of a bomb.
So hazmat's cool and relaxing. That means tankers, vac tanks. They even have end dumps too, and roll-offs. It's kind of non-haz though.
Okay.
Doubles is not relaxing. Doubles and triples is one of the most challenging for me,
Okay.
because at any given time, sometimes you can hook those pups backwards and not know it.
Right.
Just be a couple thousand pounds off, and we can make that back one wiggle a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wind,
Yeah.
and most of the time you notice that doubles and triples are running at night. They don't run the line haul.
Absolutely.
And for me, that line haul that you start at 9 at night, you run into 9 in the morning, and that's right at the time where, me personally, that was the time where I would be tired. So that's nothing. Being a new driver, you got to learn your body. Know when you are going to say, that's it, I'm sleepy, I'm tired.
Okay.
And that's what we don't know until we get out.
Right.
I found out when I was pulling doubles. Come 12 o'clock, I'm like, oh, jeez. Where we at? Oh, I ain't even in Indianapolis yet. Oh, my God, you know? And it happens like that. You realize, oh, this is only a 3-hour drive, and I can't do that.
Right.
But give me the same thing, you know, in the morning. I done ran down and come back.
Because of the certain time of the day, because you know your body, right?
Your body.
That's another thing, guys. He made a good point there. You have to know your body and know what you're willing to do, because most guys, I think what they say, the accidents usually occur between midnight and 4 a.m.
Yeah, because everybody falls asleep.
So everybody falls asleep during that time period, and that's a lot of times, like you said, when the line haul guys usually run, they usually run. I used to run with Conway.
Yeah.
I used to run overnight the line haul.
I was USF Dugan.
Oh yeah, Dugan before they
Well, they closed.
before they closed out. The USFF, isn't they still connected to YRC?
USF Logistics, USF Holland is, I'm going to say USF is the parent company. And
Okay.
then you have Holland and everybody else up under it.
Okay.
But yeah, Dugan was the doubles I was pulling in. Like I said, you have to know your body. If not, you're going to end up in an accident.
Okay. Man, Larry, I want to thank you again, man.
Anytime.
For let me see if I can turn it around this way.
Get it now.
We both get it both in there. Thank you, Larry, for taking time out of this day to doing this wonderful interview for new guys and even some experienced guys who just want to get in trucking, who's been in trucking a while. Excuse the rusty lips, guys. It's one of them days, man. It's one of them days. But all right, YouTube, Trucking to Life. I thank you guys. Hope this video was helpful. I want to thank Larry again, brother. Thank you, man. Really, really appreciate it, man. Take your time out. All right, guys. Peace.